out here on the beach, and it's a little windy, but what I'm looking for is echinoids, more specifically, commonly known as sea biscuits. And out there, about 6 months ago, they dredged out there in the ocean, and it stirred up these sea biscuits that are anywhere from 35 to 55 million years old, and they wash up here on the shore. So that's what we're trying to find, as well as some other fossils. But I'm gonna switch the camera, and like that is one of them, although it's not in great shape. But I mean, here's one, and you can see it's kind of like a starfish. A sand dollar, except it's thick, which is where it gets its sea biscuit name. And you can see on the bottom here, all of those things there are like hair ligatures, and it used to crawl itself around on the bottom of the ocean until and kind of bury itself in the sand. And it's a type of sea urchin, basically. But they went extinct 35 million years ago, and they had a good 20 million year run out there behind me in the Atlantic Ocean. You can see one here. Again, this isn't in the greatest shape, but get the camera in focus so you can kind of see what they look like. And they just wash up here through the tide in the sand. You see, we got a couple here. They're not in real good shape, so we're going to let them be. And there's a lot of them that are like that. Keep looking through here. And where they're just, battered from the ocean and over the years. But occasionally you run across some real good ones. Got one here. We'll check it out. It might be all right. We should clean it up a little bit. And look at this one we've got. It's so good that it's only a partial. We've got this little tidal pool that you see here. And look right here on the edge, we've got one that looks like it's pretty good. Let's see if we can get it up. And yeah, that's not a bad one at all. And you can see this is an animal, and the hole right there where my thumb is, not these two, but right there would be its anus, and its mouth's right there in the center. But yeah, that's a pretty decent looking one. I've got another one here. You can see there, and that's that hole I was telling you about on the back side. The top looks pretty good, but bottom's got that break there. It's got some growth there, like from barnacle and concretion. You can see all those little spots. That's where the spines are that it would use to walk around, and then it would have spines that pops up here on top. But from the top side, that's not a bad looking one. We'll keep that one just to keep in a collection, not necessarily for display. I was having a really good time at the beach collecting the sea biscuits. Bad weather came in, and I wasn't able to keep recording. However, we really did have a good day, and rather than make it a really short video, I decided I would combine the field trip with the reveal here. So what we were going after were sea biscuits, and these look like sand dollars, except they're a little thick, which is where they get their name sea biscuits from. The proper name is called the Hardonia mortonus, and these are late Cretaceous, roughly 70 million years ago, likely from the PD formation. And like I said, there was dredging out at sea 6-8 months ago, and it stirred a lot of this up. So they are washing up on the beach with the high tides, and it's been a really good time to collect. And just kind of give you an example. I've got a bunch. They're not all pristine, of course, and I'm going to give right many of these away, but I did want to kind of show what we've got here. Now, these were sea urchins, and these are, animals, considered animals. And the bottom here is where it feeds, and then this is where it poops. This is not a bad example here, but you can see it has the little star formation there, and it's got these little points, which you can see in the macro shot here, where little hair-like, kind of hair-like, but they're spines that come off of it, and they come off the top as well. And it would move along the sea bottom and embed itself in, and then eat debris, plankton, or whatever. But again, these are roughly 70 million years old. Now, they have these little spines, and we can find those in the fossil record as well. They're difficult to find because they're very small, but they've got a bulbous end on one side, and then it comes to a spike, and they're roughly maybe a centimeter in length, if that. But it's been a really good time to find these along the North Carolina coast. These are an extinct species, and these are some of the better ones. I'm going to clean them off. This has got a lot of detail on it, but it just needs cleaned off so you can see it better. And then here you can see the colors of the star there. I like having it where you can see the bottom and see the features along the bottom, not only where it feeds, but just all the lines there. And just a very neat fossil. Again, they're akin to the sand dollar, and there's a number of these sea urchin species. In fact, I've got two. Now, this is a different species, and this was right much larger, as you can tell. But again, even on this, you can see the texture and everything so much better. But just like those, you have the feeder and then the pooper there. And this did not come from that formation. These were gathered separately, but I got some mixtures of them. So anyway, it was a good trip. We just had storm come in and had to cut it short as far as the video, so we just compiled the actual field trip with the reveal here. And if you like this type of stuff, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We have a new episode come out each week. Till then, we'll see you next time.